Hello, everybody. Welcome back to WWTF. We're the Best Game Show, Mike C.
And I'm Fred White.
Hey, people, it's that time. Horror Stories, my friend, y'all. So, Fred, what happened, bro?
Alright, this goes out to my man Stan Chimichanga.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the last horror story that we did, he put in a comment, he said, Stan said, look, Fred, next time you go, I'll go in and you stay in the car.
That's awesome.
Yo, but this goes out to Stan and Chimichanga.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, this is about the Howard Johnson Inn in Williamsburg, Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Alright? Preferably two people. Alright? Well, the hotel itself, and then I want to throw these names out there. Ron, which is the owner of the building, and Emmanuel, which is the night auditor, or at the desk or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Alright? So, I recently go out to Williamsburg. Depending on when y'all seen this, it may be a couple of weeks before this episode airs. But I go out to Williamsburg,
mm-hmm.
you know, to take care of some things, you know. And we didn't get to the hotel until around 11. But you could check in that day at, you know, like 4 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
But we had to drive from my spot to all the way out there in Williamsburg.
Mm-hmm.
Get there. 11 o'clock at night. Put everything in the hotel room. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the hotels that I like to go to because when they serve breakfast, they have oranges.
Mm-hmm.
So I go and I take me, you know, a little Target bag, Walmart bag, go in there first and grab as many oranges as I can and bring them trucks back. I be cuffing them oranges like crazy. So... mind you, the last time that I went to this hotel, which was a couple of months ago before, when we got in the room, we thought the TV didn't work. Well, what happened was somebody unplugged it because they put their video game system on it. I think they had like some type of volleyball tournament, and it was a whole bunch of kids that stayed at the hotel, and everybody brought their game systems.
Okay.
So it was a lot of people complaining, oh, my TV don't work. It was just unplugged. But the guy, Emmanuel, he came upstairs, and he plugged it back up, and he brought us a remote because the remote was missing also. All right, so getting back to the horror story. We get there, and, you know, want to take a shower. Well, we let the shower run, and long story short with that, there's no hot water.
In the hotel?
None. No hot water.
Wow.
At all.
Wow.
So I called downstairs to the night auditor, which is Emmanuel. It's not Emmanuel's fault, and it's not Ron's fault. I know, I mean, they purposely didn't break the hot water situation, but I'm just throwing their names out there. And Emmanuel, he took it to the chin, man, because everybody kept calling, right? We'll get into that later on in the story. So, no hot water at all. None. The next day, there was people just checking out because they was mad because there was still no hot water in the morning. That's like 10 o'clock in the morning. No hot water at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so everybody was waiting on Ron. And some people knew him personally. Like there were these two ladies waiting on him. It was like, well, yeah, we got to talk to Ron. We've been here since and there's still no hot water. I was like, oh, yeah, you're down here for the hot water too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that situation. Then the breakfast, they didn't have any oranges. So I was like,
you was pissed.
I was pissed about that.
Mm.
So he gave us our money back. Well, he comped us for one night. So they renewed the keys and everything like that. So go back upstairs, go to sleep. I get a call around like I think 11 o'clock. And it's the front desk. She was like, well, before you check out, can you come and turn in the keys? I said, hold up. I'm not checking out. We staying here. And it was like, no, you're scheduled to check out today. And this was Saturday, right? Because we stayed for 3 nights. And she was like, well, you need to check out. I was like, no, Ron just told us because of the hot water situation that he comped us tonight. And then luckily, she was sitting right beside Ron, and Ron was like, yeah. I said, you know, they can comp tonight. So it was that. And I forgot to say, when we got to the hotel, there was blood on, or something red on one of the towels. The tub looked like it was kicked in on the panel on the side. And the most messed up thing is there, while I was downstairs that Saturday, there was a couple that was there on their honeymoon. And they had the honeymoon suite. And they were complaining about the jacuzzi wasn't working.
Wow.
The room service, the people that serviced the rooms didn't come in and clean the rooms. The rooms was not cleaned. I mean, they definitely wasn't clean because you can look at the floor, you can see like debris and stuff, and then you can look on the lampshade, and there was like hair and dust and.
Good God, boy.
And you know, we regularly go to this hotel, you know, when we go out to Williamsburg, but I think we're gonna have to find another alternative because this ain't working no more. No more oranges, dirty hotels, TV's not working, no hot water. Now it's like you gotta call the hotel, but like, look, is your hot water working? Do y'all have oranges in the morning? So this was like a very, very hard story. I mean, tried to take a cold shower, but you know, at that time it was cold. You know what I'm saying? So if you take a cold shower and then you go out into the elements, you gonna catch pneumonia or something. So,
damn,
we was like it was crazy, man. It was crazy. So that's my little bit of a horror story right there. So it's not too bad, but it was bad.
it was bad.
Howard Johnson, and this is 6483 Richmond Road, Virginia, Williamsburg, Virginia. And Emmanuel, I mean, the dude took it on the chin because that Saturday he was bombarded with calls, and even that night he was bombarded with calls with, you know, my hot water's not working, this not working, the hot tub and all this other stuff. And people were just checking out left and right. And there was somebody actually checking in, and I don't think he told them that the hot water wasn't working. They was trying to fix it at that time, but that Saturday morning. Friday night, it was no hot water. Saturday morning, it still wasn't any hot water until later on that night, around like, I would say 12 o'clock p.m., 12 o'clock a.m. Sunday morning. Then that's when I experienced hot water.
Fred, you can't go nowhere. You got a dark cloud or something following you or something.
I don't know what it is, man.
Oh, boy. All right, so you guys have a hard story? Holler at Fred. He'll make your story feel a lot better. So like always, you guys can hit us up at thagamersshow@gmail.com. That's the Game Show with an A. Don't forget to head over to the Facebook store page where you can find low prices. Don't forget to hit us up on vTime. Don't forget to subscribe, become a Gamers Club member.
And please remember to like, subscribe, and follow all our social media networks, join our SteamOS community, and our website community where you can get some free stuff.
You know it.
And we'll see you next time on WWTF.
Remember facts.
Gamer Show.
We'll see you next time. Keep watching. Thanks for tuning in.